Why don't I trust my own intuition? That's the question that we're asking for today is why don't I trust my own intuition? Anything that's said, done on this channel, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, same as everything else. There will things that will resonate with you, especially if you're watching this. There will things that won't, or maybe not yet. Um, like I said, just it's all within you. You will know anyway. So, question for today, why don't I trust my own intuition? Oh, straight out the bat. So, what I do, I teach the OWL method. And the OWL method is observe, welcome, and land. It's the 3 stages that we take to actually do a reading. So, you only need 1 card. So, what I'm going to do is I do have a few cards out because piles of cards, because that's what I was drawn to, but that's okay. But if I look at this card, and what do you see? It's like, I mean, forget you're seeing the words, look, confusion. That says all really. But why don't I trust my own intuition? So you see all the fog around her. You see a fog. You see this person here trying to get information through. I mean, I know it doesn't look like her, but to be honest with you, that to me is saying we are trying to connect with you. We are trying to support you for your evolution. We are trying to I mean, you see the arms. He's trying to wrap his arms around, her. So why don't we listen to our own intuition? Or why don't I trust my own intuition, should I say? Because our mind is fogged. Let's say it like that, because that's what I see. I see the fog. Why don't I trust it? Because it's foggy, as in like it's not clear. Not clear enough for you to understand. So there could be information that's coming through that you don't necessarily understand the meaning of it. So take example, your dream state. You wake up in the morning and you have this dream and you're like, what does that mean? So does that mean if I fell out of bed, I'm going to fall or whatever it may be? Do you know, there's something, you will only receive the information that you are ready to receive, you are ready to acknowledge, we'll say. So, or that you will understand in about the way you perceive it. Or that information that's coming through for you is coming through what's been built up over years and years and years, which is the fogginess, which is the suppression, which is the can't trust my own mind because I've been taught not to. I've been told to suppress my feelings. How does this card make me feel? The welcome stage. To me, it does make me feel confused, to be honest. It's like, but it makes me feel like I need to protect myself. It makes me feel like where I'm feeling this is in my stomach area. So to me, that's making me feel like a bit nauseous and dizzy. And I feel like that's the fogginess, that's the heaviness that we put pressure on ourselves as well. But yeah, let's see what else wants to come through. I feel like you're not, because of what I'm seeing on this card, I feel like you're not allowing yourself to be seen. You're not allowing yourself to be seen by yourself. I mean, it doesn't matter what other people think about you. It's you that this is about. So it's like this suit is there ready for you to put on to say, I'm all dressed up and I'm ready to go. It's like you want to be able to trust your own intuition. And I think that you feel that you're ready for it, which is why he's all dressed up. But there's still something blocking that. Let's see what that is. These all came out. You're scared to be seen. You're scared to acknowledge. I'll put it this way, right? Do you know when you were young, even now, people say, especially if you're talking to yourself, I talk to myself all the time, and you know, I don't care because I've got the answers within me. Okay, so I feel like, but over time in the past, I meant like society has got you like, if you're talking to yourself, it's a sign of insanity. Only talking to a friend today, whatever you were taught as a child or growing up, reverse it, because that's the truth. So if you were taught that like talking to yourself is a sign of insanity, looking after you first is a sign of like selfishness, things like that, reverse it because that's the way they want you to do it. So it's like you don't feel ready to be seen by yourself because this is all for you. So why don't I trust my intuition? Because if you trusted your own intuition, you would have to make different decisions in life. And you're probably in a space where you're probably in a comfort zone at the moment. You're comfortable with life. You may not necessarily be fully happy, but you're comfortable. Can you accept all levels of yourself? The people, like if you want to talk to yourself, or if you talk to spirit, things like that. Oh, I'm getting this big nauseousness. Some of you actually feel physically sick thinking that, like, if I do the things that I believe are true for me, the things will not work out for me. Bad things will happen. I do not trust myself. That's basically what the biggest thing is. It's not about your intuition. Why don't I trust my own intuition? You don't trust yourself. There's some people out there who want to hide away because they know that they've got this incredible gift, I suppose you could say, this incredible talent that one, they could either be a medium or they talk to spirit or galactics or dragons or angels, whatever you want to call them. And I'm feeling that like you're allowing that, you don't want to get clear, because if you do, you'll see what's out there that isn't just human. That's why you don't trust your own intuition. Now look, first word that's on there, clarity. You don't want, you know that when you get clarity, when that fog drops, that much information will come forward for you, that it may feel a bit overwhelming. I am literally feeling like I want to throw up. So it's like, I feel like that you will be so overwhelmed that you will not know what to do with the information. And I think that's why you're sort of like, don't want it clear, because I feel like you'll know that the downloads or the information coming through will come in hot and heavy. It'll come in hot and heavy. What I'm getting from this is that I feel like the people around you, this is your perception. This is what I'm feeling, is that like you'll feel that they'll be heartbroken, or they're going to leave you, or there'll be something when your powers become fully activated. It's like, I think that you believe that people will leave you, and that's one reason why you're not trusting like your own intuition. But what you don't realize is everything will come back into balance. Everything will. See, what you got to realize, let's look at it this way. I know in the last video I was talking about K-pop demon hunters, but like this film rings so true for me, that because of what I've learned. Okay, so we have different layers of our heart, and we have our heart, physical heart, but then we have energetic layers. Okay, so as you can see on K-pop demon hunters, I haven't watched it. I'm not an affiliate from it, but do you know what, it just makes sense to me. Then that band, think about it in real life there now. Any celebrity or any band or anything like that you sort of like really like, their music, their lyrics, their vibration attracts you to them based on what they're projecting from their heart space, because what their words are, their music is true for them. So they're projecting from their heart space. So that means that anyone in their environment or in their vicinity, in their energetic field, will basically feel that vibration too. I think I said that last week, didn't I? It's like when you walk into a room, you can feel the energy. Sometimes you're like, whoa, you cut this energy with a knife. Yeah. So your perception is, if I bring my powers online, the magician and the mirror, everything reflects back to you, which means that the people around me will see that. But what if you're projecting that onto them so that they can activate themselves and start to trust their own intuition? What if you're holding back from for a belief that like people will leave, they'll be upset, they'll be like angry, they'll be like the heart will break, whatever it may be? What if you turned it on its head? K-pop Demon Hunters, where the energy comes out, and because you're enjoying and loving what you can do, because you can do this, what if that brings things back to balance? What if they go, oh, if she can do that, why can't I? Sometimes we have to look at things, look at the clarity. Sometimes we need to look at things the other way around to get a clearer picture. It's time to stand in your power. It's time to be like, ride that wave and be like, do you know what? I am my own person. I am going to fill my own cups up. She's standing in this water. She's allowing her emotions. She's not letting her emotions get the better of her because she's standing in her power. She's standing in that water and she's becoming one with the water. She's becoming one with the water. Look at her veil. It's the water. She's becoming one with it, because when you become one with it, when your intuition, you start trusting that, you become one with everything. What if, I want you to be a little curious. What if I did start trusting my own intuition? What would that feel like? Would my life change? What would it be like if I could, wow, I could become one with everything, which means that I am you and you are me. So if I'm starting to trust my intuition, you'll start to trust yours too. If I start working through my cosmic heart and get more clarity about my direction in life, you will too. What a much better world we live in. So it's like, are you willing to let go of the fog? Or what is fogging you? I suppose that's a better question, is what is it that's fogging up that intuition to make you not believe? Let's ask that question. Because if you can become one with everything, that means if you're foggy, everything around you is foggy. Yeah. This is the card I got. So to me, this is like when we let go of the things that don't serve us anymore. So let's clear the fog. You're going to be able to see the way forward. You're not going to be looking back. She's not looking back. She's actually standing or sitting still in a boat, and she's allowing that energy, that the water, the flow, to take her where she's supposed to go. So she's allowing her emotions to come up to the surface, become one with it, to get clear so that she can move forward. And then, only then, do we have connection to all that is, to be one with all that is. And if you are one with all that is, the only way you get that connection is when you are still. You will see the way forward. Everything goes from foggy to this. I'm heating up. I'm heating up. Okay. What else do we need to know? Oh, I'm upside down. Didn't we say that we have to look at things in a different perspective? We need to look at things the totally other way around to what we've been told. When you start trusting your intuition, it's like that says miracles. It's like the miraculous things will start to emerge for you. When you get clear, okay, that's one thing. Okay, it's just coming to me there. Okay, one thing we need to figure out is, how do we get clear then? We'll ask that question in a minute. But when you do get clear, it's like the world will basically, the amount of doors opening for you, the amount of opportunities that will be there for you. It's like rubbing that lamp and having those 3 wishes. It's like but it's about how do you get clear? That's the question we need to ask. How do we get clear? Because it's easy saying, yeah, but just listen to yourself. Okay, let's see. How do we get clear? How do we come away from the confusion so we can start trusting our own intuition? Because I think that's the better question. Is how do we get clear? How do we get out of the fog and start trusting our intuition? Well, these cards are all different. Look, they're totally all different. And what's happening is the water. I'm getting water again. Do you remember last week? If you watched the video last week, we program your water. Program your water. Help you to get clear. Program it for ease. Program it for vitality. Program it for whatever you need for yourself at that time. Because when you get clear, messages will come through, which is what we've already said. But I want to know is how did they get clear? First, your water. You need to get your body, like we said, is made up of 75 or 80% water, something like that. And when you can sort of like program your water, it will help you moving forward. So I think that's the biggest thing we need to take from this is like, I remember I was always being told you need to go to the water, go to the water, go to the water. And I was like, I hate the beach. Don't like it. Because it was automatically the beach when I got told water. But anyway, I went and done it. Because water helps you to get clear. Okay. So drink plenty of water. Drink the water so that it can basically, anytime we drink water and we say like we've got a message coming through, which is what I'm being told, we're getting a message coming through. When we drink our water, it brings that through your body easier, which will then stop the confusion. It'll stop the fogginess that's going on in the brain. You can sort of like say, because they say, oh, what's your pineal gland and all stuff like this, you could say that too. And they're like, you've got to decalcify it, like whatever. Just drink your water. Everything is intention. If you want it, whatever food you want to eat, just put your intention into that food for however you want that to react with your body. Do the same with the water, but it's a lot to do with the water than it is anything else. What else do we need to know? What other way is it best to clear the confusion or the fogginess from trusting your own intuition? Okay, so that looks a little bit like this one to me. I don't know which way around. I don't freaking know. I can't even get it right. Can you see both? I don't know whether you can see them or not. Okay, they both look the same to me anyway, similar. And to me, that saying is like you've got the power within you, in your own hands, to heal whatever comes up for you. I went on a big healing journey. My hands started tingling. They are a little bit now. Oh, energy released. There you go. This is what happens. Energy releases via yawns for me. Unless if it's too much, I'd be crying as well. So like, luckily it's only a small yawn. Anyway, so my hands started tingling and I was like, what does this mean? It was like pins and needles, but it wasn't pins and needles, if you understand what I mean. It's just a tingling. And I realized that it's your chakras basically being activated in your hands. And you know the way, if you've ever been to a Reiki practitioner or something like that, the hands get really hot. Healing hands, okay? So you can use that energy to support you. So what I used to do, I got trained on what's called an I Am meditation and healer practitioner course. And what that is the top 3 chakras are the ones that you can put the energy into. So everything is intention. So it's like, if you want to get clear, I used to do it for years as well, but it was the top 3 really. But it's, if you want to get clear, all you need is the intention. So it's not, I want to get rid of. It's like, help me to get clear so that I can start trusting my own intuition again. Okay, something like that. And what I used to do, because I can feel my hands tingling now, what I used to do was I would basically hold it either on top, on my third eye, Oh no, it wasn't the top actually. It was my third eye, me throat and me heart. Just remembered it's the third eye, the throat, and the heart. So it was like in front of my third eye, in front of my throat, and in front of my heart. You do not have to touch, okay? It's just intention. And what I did is when you hold it there, you will know because you know yourself when you're ready to move that forward. Wow. Some energy being released here. Whew. Wow. It's a lot of energy. So why don't I trust my own intuition? Okay, so it's because we've been foggy. It's because we're not clear on the messages or the guidance coming through for us. It's like, I'm going to even ask that question now. What is your intuition? If we don't know what intuition is, how can we trust it? Okay, it's a bit like gravity. We just trust it, don't we? So like, what goes up has to come down. So it's like, we don't see it. We don't see wind, but we know it happens because the trees blow and things like that. So what is your intuition? Do you not trust it because you don't know what it is? So we'll ask that question. What is my intuition? Oh gosh, I don't even see that properly. The message I'm getting is your intuition is your connection to everything that is, all that is. That's the message I'm getting from this card. So your intuition is your connection to everything that is, all that is. So do you remember we were saying on this one, she is connected to the sea because she is the sea. She is all that is. The sea is everything with her. And if you look at this lady, she's holding, or she's got a hand on her heart. It's like everything comes from there. Everything comes from your heart space. So it's like you are connected to all that is. Hence why celebrities can like use their cosmic heart to get people to start following them and being mesmerized by them and being like in awe of them. They want to be them. You're connected to all that is. So you don't trust your intuition because you don't trust that you are already everything, all that is. There's a card of acceptance, look. You don't trust it. You don't trust in your abilities. Maybe because, yes, I understand suppression and all stuff like that. I totally get that. But you have a choice. Are you willing to move away? Oh, wow. There's some energy in this one today. Are you ready to let go of anything that doesn't serve you? Are you ready to move through to the next stage to be able to trust your intuition more because you know that you are all that is? Or do you want to stay the same? That's a choice that you have to make for you. I can't make that choice for you. But the reason you don't trust it is because you don't believe that you are everything, that you are the trees, that you are your environment, that you are the person that's sitting opposite you there right now. You are them, they are you. Does that mean you act like them or you do the things that they do? No. It just basically means that you and them are connected via energy, consciousness, soul, whatever you want to call it. There's this vortex around us, this energetic field, or aura, or things like that. Is like that's how we all connect. So is there any final message that I want to leave you with to support you on your way? You are all that is. You are everything, and all these little things are like people all around you and like information and downloads all around you saying you are everything. We have your back. It's like you have a lot of support via us. Look at the card as well, Star Family. You're part of a team of souls. Call in support. So if you don't feel like you trust yourself, you trust your inner intuition, there's something deep down within you that's stopping you from doing that. And that's where, if you need to go and call in support, or you need to go and get plug in myself, you want to read in, we'll figure that out. It'll be on my website, not a problem. Or a link, there'll be a description in the description below, or wherever it may be. But it's saying you are part of everything. You are a part of a star family. You are consciousness. So you are connected to everything. You are all that is. So the way you drop that fogginess around you, start drinking your water. Program your water for ease, for clarity. And we got that word, didn't we? Clarity. And start, I suppose, using your discernment. I was going to say question everything, but I feel like it's, if you question everything, you're still going to be like, well, that means I don't trust my intuition. I feel like it's more discernment than it is questioning. It's like, if something is said, or you feel something a bit off, then you need to start trusting that. I don't know whether I said this in the last one, but you can train your body. And I do have an emotional body course. So if you want to go and look at that, there's a link in the description too. But like I'll tell you now, like, for you to be able to trust your own body, you can ask it to show you what yes would be like and what no would be like. Some people use a pendulum, things like, do what fits for you, okay? But your body won't lie to you. Your body will tell you everything. So you could just, all you have to do is, like, if you want to hold your water and be like, is this good for me? And you'll get a sensation in your body somewhere to tell you, or you, especially if you're standing up, you could sway back and forth or just stand still, whatever it may be. Just when you know water is good for you, obviously it is. Well, it depends on the water. Okay. Best way to do it. Let me see. Pen. I could ask this question to pencil, right? I could ask this question because it'll probably be better, because some water is not actually that good for you because it's got toxins in it. But anyway, that's why I was just thinking that. Is this a pencil? So see the way I went back? Okay. So I could say the same thing. Is this a pen? Is this a pencil? Okay. Now I normally get it in my body as well. It's like, okay, let me see. Is this a green coloured pen? Is this a red coloured pen? Yeah, so that's the way I get it. So you can train your body to do that. So I trained that when I was doing my healing stuff, train my body to do that. So yeah. So why don't I trust my own intuition? I think you've got the answers. If you've got any questions, or you want a question answered to do with anything like this, leave it in a comment below and let me know how you're getting on. Like I said, go check out my description. There'll be a few links in there for you to connect in with me. I send out a weekly newsletter just to go a bit deeper on this same question. So there'll be a different topic each week. And thanks very much for watching. I'll talk to you in the next video.